Hello guys, how are you? Okay, so I'm making, I don't even know how to, kielbasa with cabbage. So I'm going to cut it down the middle portion so it makes like a half like that. And then I'm gonna cut it into small. Obviously you wanna clean your fingers before you do this, clean your hands. But I like to make this in the winter time. I like to make it in bulk, honestly. It looks kind of funky when it's not in the, but I make it the lazy way. I buy the bag of cabbage. I don't like to cut the cabbage. I don't like to, I think Daddy put them up. Here. I don't like to cut the cabbage. I like to just buy the bag of cabbage. That's just how I do it. So I'm gonna do one first and see. I'm probably gonna end up doing both cabbages. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do both. Just so there's more meat. Now this is a meal. I don't know, do you think Elsie will eat this?
No. Disgusting.
How is it disgusting?
No,
You don't want to?
it tastes good.
It tastes, you've never even tasted it before. Okay, so I have the bags of coleslaw and actually I like this kind better because I feel like when you have the regular, it's kind of like chunky. Okay, hold on. Okay.
Choose mine.
Okay.
It's the
Yeah. Okay, let me get a spoon here so I can spoon it around. I need to get some salt and pepper. Salt and pepper. If I can find it. Oh, here's pepper. Okay, so I'm gonna put some pepper in it first and then I'll kind of wait and then I'll add the salt halfway. I'll show you guys here in just a second. So I'm just mixing it up right now just to kind of see how much kielbasa is in here. Now, here's the thing is that with this stuff, the cottage cheese, the coleslaw, you know, it gets smaller. So I'm just putting a little bit of chicken broth in there and I'll probably add more. But I'm just stirring it now. So you guys can see. I'm stirring it. I'm just stirring it in. Making sure it's all nice and mixed. I think this is all I'm gonna make for now. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna make this for now, and then if it goes out, I'll make some more fresh. But this should be good for now. It's not hard to make, so. I am gonna take some Kerrygold butter. If I have to use butter, this is the kind of butter I like to use. It's grass-fed butter. So I'm just gonna cut it into, I'll show you guys here in just a second. Just gonna cut it into little chunks and then I'm gonna just lay those on top. I'm gonna lay those on top here. I'll show you guys here in just a second. So lay that on top. I'm gonna add a little bit more chicken broth. Okay. And then I'm gonna let that cook, a little bit of pepper on top. I'm gonna let that cook for probably 4 hours on low. Yeah, for probably 4 hours on low. And so it's super, super easy. Super easy peasy. Let me see if I can flip this over for you guys. Okay, so here it is. It's all ready to go. Kielbasa, shredded cabbage, and then the butter on top, and then the chicken broth is down here at the bottom. So like I said, I'll put that in the, I'll leave that in there for about 4 hours on low. And then I'll add some more chicken broth if I need to. If I feel like the coleslaw is getting too small, like too short, like there's not enough food in there, I'll add some more at that time. But I like to eat this stuff pretty much fresh, but I will eat it warmed up. But I have to make sure that I'm like storing it properly. So you want to make sure till it cools off. And I suggest a glass container and make sure it's airtight. But also, oops, it's airtight, but also you want to make sure that you're not putting it in plastic or anything like that. So I always make sure that I keep my crock pot away from the ends of the counter because of my son, so make sure you're careful for that. Otherwise, check my stories and I'll show you guys the final product after four hours. So